a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Taking a look at New York.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
I think it's always that way when these guys get together. The fans and the players are jacked up. Even the vendors are ramped up, talking stuff. It's a special matchup for sure.
Suggs, good on the shot. These two teams, Clark, play a beautiful brand of basketball with an emphasis on ball movement.
No hero ball between these two squads, Kevin. And you're right, it is beautiful to watch. The ball moves, the player moves, they find quality shots, and the assists come in bunches. Jabari Smith went top 3 in the draft for his shooting, and boy, is that jumper pretty.
On the wing, Williams. To the middle. Here's Robinson. No good with the layup.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Pass to Champagny. Screen by Giannis. For 3, Smith. Drops in the tray. Smith's got 6 points.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot.
Now Robinson. Here is Williams. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs in his mid-20s. He was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
To the inside. And stolen by Murray. Here we go, one-on-one. Halliburton with the bucket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Down low, Smith lays it up and banks it in. Smith's got 8 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Champagny. No scoring in this one. And Giannis gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Williams can't get it to go. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when they'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The Heat making a switch here. .136 left in the first quarter of the game. Young taking his time here. Pass to Bradley. Hayes wide open, and he fires. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Poole. Oladipo for three. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Young outside. And that one drops for him.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
For three, Van Vliet. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Outside, Suggs. Now, here is Young. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Finney-Smith. A wide open look here for Oladipo. His three-pointer's off the mark. And a deep three from Young. Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Knicks?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. Back to Bay. Pass to Young. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 5 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Both teams will make substitutions. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Inside, here's Christie. The Knicks pull it in. Oladipo outside. A 3-ball. And the Knicks miss again. The Heat trail by 15. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Young. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And here's Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
Pass to Champagnie. Now Smith. Beyond the arc. Good on the triple. Smith's got 11.
Confident stroke that time by Smith Jr. You could see he felt that shot was up and down.
Outside Robinson. Now here's Suggs. Back to Robinson. The Heat need to get a shot off. Williams for 3. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
The kick out to Williams. Now Halliburton. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
A true marksman from behind the arc. Halliburton has that light always on green.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. So both teams changing it up here. The Heat trailed by 18. Young outside. .104 left here in the second. Williams with a clean look. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Pass to Christie. Off the run. Miami no good on that time either. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Knicks. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the paint. Here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
Here's Murray. An easy 2 points on the layup. Murray's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's the New York Knicks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Suggs with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Shot by Grimes, no good. Knicks on offense. Here's Murray. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
You know, sometimes the defense isn't expecting Murray to pull up off the dribble. Maybe they should be.
Right side, Williams. Shot on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Murray for three. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 9.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Smith with a wide open look. Off target from outside. An unfortunate injury aside, Jalen Suggs-Clark has really come into his own now.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, hitting his stride in a major way. I mean, he seems to have really figured the game out, how to utilize his gifts and tools. He was always a great defender. Offensively, I think, is where his game is taking the biggest jump.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with a headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
6 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Young's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Really good work by Halliburton to stay with his shot motion. Didn't let the defense make him back off of that one.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Some nice passing by New York here. Smith for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Smith's got 17.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
Knicks lead
And a deep three from Young. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, the Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you, Kevin.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Clark, when you think of three-level scorers at the power forward position, Jabari Smith fits the bill.
Yeah, he runs like a gazelle and seems to never tire. I mean, the energy he plays with is contagious and seems limitless. He gets himself to the rim. He's got a sweet stroke. Well, I tell you, his future is really bright.
Young, no good.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
Pass to Adams. Back to Smith. Here's Finney-Smith. Knocks down the three ball. Finney-Smith's got himself on the board with three there.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
1:49 left here in the third quarter. With the step back, here's Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Van Vliet. He averages about 5 points a game. The three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Young with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. Looking to get it going. And he gets the bucket. 9 points for Trae Young.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
Pass to Grimes. Young outside. To the wing right side. 4 on the clock. The rebound by Steven Adams. New York with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Bounce pass Young. Grimes with the bucket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. He just served him up.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poole with no one around. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Poole's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
26.
To the left wing. Young left side. Count the basket. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll.
And so it's New York with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Van Vliet. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
Poole, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Young outside. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Young outside. It's rebounded by New York. It's Finney Smith, top of the key. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Young outside. It's on target from the high post. Young's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
Conley with the three. Hits it from three-point range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Good defense by Poole. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Tries from 16. Again, Young missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Looking to end his cold spell. The Knicks pull it in.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Driving the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
Michael Conley picks one up.
Team foul.
Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Halliburton outside. Smith outside. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kamare.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Young outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's New York with it. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And to Tacumbo. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Pass to Murray. Wide open look. And again, it's New York.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jabari Smith.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Smith, no luck.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Here's Young. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over in the corner, Williams. There's the steal. Deep two from Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo. At the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Williams inside the line. No good there. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.